Hi everyone, welcome to the first episode of Nutanix CXO Pulse. My name is Daryush Ashjari and I am the Chief Technology Officer and the VP of Solution Engineering across APJ, and it's a pleasure to be with you today. All right, let's see what questions they've got for me. So it's all around enterprise AI. So my first question is, how can CIOs integrate AI into existing infrastructures? Well, interesting questions, and I hope the answer was easy. As you know, AI is an enterprise-grade technology and application, and it's important to build a new infrastructure that supports it. We see two major phases in development of AI. The first phase is around using cloud technology providers with a lot of capability to train our large language models. And once that's done, then you have a lot of flexibility that where you want to run your inferencing and actual AI application itself, being in a cloud, private or public, in your own data center and the edge. And that's probably where some of our challenges going to come from, where we find out where are the skill sets and the technology pieces and integration between old and new we need to support our AI infrastructure. How should CIOs measure and maximize AI value? As business consults with IT and they collaborate and define needs to deploy new capabilities, AI is probably another use cases where we go and find out how AI can improve efficiency and different metrics that the business is measured. However, defining clear objectives and establishing key performance indicators, like any other projects that we've been deploying over the years, it sets the baseline to monitor, report, and probably have a very good impact of the AI technologies and initiatives in our organizations. So on to my next questions, and that is, how can CIOs scale AI with security and compliance? This is probably more traditional than anything else, where we have to consult with the business, find some gaps in our technology, deploy the technology, and hopefully capture the business value of it and then report back to the business, right? But like anything else, collaboration between business and IT is critical to find the right and sweet spot for AI. And understanding and defining clear objectives, establishing key performance metrics, things that it's not new and you're very used to, but aligning exact value of AI to the business is important. So for example, let's say a retail organization wants to use AI to better improve the top line and the bottom line, and they come up with that. It might be feasible to increase sales by 10%, and embracing an AI platform is specifically is used against that itself, and you capture it, you measure it, and you report it back, and it builds credibility around AI platform. How have resourcing and skill needs evolved with AI? This is an interesting one, and we're in it for a shock. I personally call it a quiet revolution, where we have built infrastructure and skill set and IT department and practices and processes and KPIs and integration. It goes on and on over the years in order to support the business. And this whole new wave of modern application comes. And AI, in my opinion, is that super application, the most critical application that a modern application can build. And transition to open source is going to challenge us, right? So the ability to continue supporting current infrastructure and the modern application infrastructure is going to be very, very, I guess, key to us. And a kind of cautious and warning to everyone listening to this and watching this, day two operation is going to really challenge you. And we've seen it time after time come after our install base and customers, where once they get into operation, the cost of operation and the complexity of operation, it's going to be very surprising to them. Good catch. What concerns should CIOs consider when implementing AIs? Well, like anything else, this is going to test us, right? And it is important to continue collaboration between business and IT and find a sweet spot when AI is going to help us. I came across a Gartner report that it states that 96% of the CIOs that practice methods in bringing AI into the organization had a cost blowout. And I drilled down a little bit more that where this cost blowout comes from. And normally it's an operation, day-to operation, where we have selected technology, deployed the technology, it's gone into production, but the day-to-day running, it really surprises us. Also, selecting the right use cases is critical. And matching the right use cases with tangible business benefits and return on investment that we can report, it's the must for this project. All right, to next one. What is the real cost of AI failure? Well, can I go and hand that on the table, please? This is a difficult one. I come across this interesting fact that 29, almost 30% of CIOs reported security incident as part of the AI initiative, and they have some critical issues that led into legal and cultural ramifications. The first one comes from financial services, and to protect the innocent, I'm not going to mention the region or name of the organization, but this particular financial organization, they leverage AI to determine the loan application automation and loan approval automation. And the algorithm used showed some biases against the minority groups. So you can imagine from a legal standpoint and a kind of a reputational perspective, what does that do to this organization? The second example is around healthcare, where a fully AI diagnostic on automated system, it didn't do the right thing and misdiagnosed. And you can imagine the impact to the life of the patient and the potential legal and cultural, impact that organization faced. The last one is around a retail market where over-reliance on AI to preload and order new stock in anticipation of the sales on the event is going to come in led them to fill up the warehouses where the goods wasn't moving. And we know in retail, space is money, and when space is limited, obviously it's going to impact the revenues. So we got to be careful with the cost of AI failure, which can be significant. What business challenges do enterprises solve with AI? When we find need for the technology to address business challenges, AI can really shine. And I think we are at the very first major phases of embracing AI. So if you have a look at areas that commonly we see our customers looking to embrace AI, some of them should not surprise you. So number one has been recognized as how we can improve employee productivity using AI. So a recent survey by Gartner showed that that's the number one use case of AI organizations are using. And that was followed by customer experience and how we can enhance the customer experience using AI, using bots and means of responding to customers in a very customized and quick fashion. So also accelerating content creation in many industries has shown that AI can help. And the major source of innovation is attributed to using AI. And in many industries, particularly when deep research is required, maybe in pharmaceutical or aerospace, strengthening data analytics and insight is amongst the current common use cases. So we're coming towards the end, so let's see what the last question is. Factors CIOs should prioritize when selecting AI platforms. Well, this is an interesting one, and I think it's a tale of two cities. From one side, we all have our existing infrastructure that we spend decades building and become pretty good at it, pretty efficient at it. And from other side, we have to embark on this new era of building containers, modern applications, and the open source world that it's very different to the legacy technology and applications. So it's really challenging us to transition from traditional to current model, from proprietary software to open source software. It's really, really challenging us. But one thing is very alarming is we have to realize that the current skill set that we have deployed in our team, the current practices we have deployed, no longer can support the modern day application needs, right? So this is something that needs particular attention from a CXO and CIO level to get your head around it. And at Nutanix, we really focused on this. And one of the key areas that we see we can help you is the same system that and same platform that help you to modernize your application environment. It helped you to build hyper-convergence and retire your three-tier architecture. I hope these insights were useful to you, and catch our next episode on hybrid multi-cloud. Explore more expert IT insight at nutanix.com/CXO.